Greetings. I'm Steve Cook, Superintendent of Bendel Pines Schools, here with your board meeting recap for the March 11th business board meeting. We adjourned the meeting at 5:30 and kicked it off straight away with our very first momentous occasion, which is the Champion of Students Awards. Tonight, we recognize Mountain View High School teacher Brant Meller for his work in partnering with COCC to provide students with an opportunity to take college credits. It was such a wonderful celebration. His wife was here to experience that with him, and we're just really grateful for his work with our students. Then we heard from our Student Voice Council. We had Elliot DeMartin, Kaylee Olvera Rivera, and Dee Preschler from Realms, Caldera, and Bend High, respectively. And their points of interest were the fundraising policy, which they continue to work on, tech use in our schools with our students, and bias incident lessons. And they gave a small report out each on those three items. Then we had 5 public comments. The first one was Rowan Roberts from Pilot Butte Middle School, who wanted to share about experiences for LGBTQ plus students in our schools and how that representation could help make a better environment with that. And then we had 4 parents and staff members from Bend International School give testimony as to why BIS parents believe that the district should be funding the charter school of BIS at a higher rate than we currently are. And so that was Josh Colvin, Gentry Richardson, Jenny Hopper, and Vanna Miller sharing those sentiments with the board. The consent agenda passed with no questions, and there was a little bit of conversation on consent for information as we had some follow-up data from questions from last month regarding student participation in advanced coursework. Pretty good conversations there. We then had 3 really important and meaningful reports from for the board's perspective and consideration. The first one I led, which was the strategic priorities update. That really is the official kickoff of the budget season and just giving some broad background on how we build the budget here in Bendel Pines Schools. And that will come back in another form later in at a later date, to which the board will eventually vote to pass the budget in June, as is part of one of their primary responsibilities. Then we heard from the Climate and Culture Task Force, which was a wonderful presentation from 4 members of that task force. And seeing the work that task force has produced over the last year and a half or so has been pretty transformational for our district. We're grateful for their work. We're grateful for those efforts and partnership between all aspects of our system. Amanda Johnson from Roslyn, Sarah Barclay, our BEA president, Brian Behringer, and the administrator, a building administrator at LaPine Middle School, and Dr. Lisa Burke, our deputy superintendent, all combined to do that presentation. It was fascinating and lots of really good stuff for our board. And then our last presentation of the night was a presentation that had been requested by our board on what are the efforts that we're putting in on bullying prevention and while presenting a culture of belonging across our system. And that presentation was led by Kinsey Martin, Jennifer Houth, Eric Powell, and Amy Schneider. Wonderful cross kind of departmental presentation on all the efforts that are included in the sources of strength and Wayfinder curricula, our counseling curricula, and our sources of strength work, along with what happens once a student is actually accused of bullying and has to be dealt with in an administrative fashion. And so grateful for our team for that presentation. Then we had 1 policy up for administrative consideration. It's going out for review. It's a policy on artificial intelligence in schools, and boy howdy, did we have a robust conversation on that. IKG-AP, and so please, if you're interested, give us some feedback on that policy. And then my superintendent's report was quick, but a lot of things, just a lot of really important, great stuff going on right now. Whether we're talking the Bend High signing of the post that's going into the corner of that building, the DECA program at Caldera High School, and they're qualifying lots of students in the DECA program for international competition. Nicole Contreras' class at Pacific Crest Middle School, doing presentations with her students. Also, design justice class at Bend High with Mr. Fox. Just a lot of good stuff. And just a reminder, district-wide staff meeting on Thursday. You can participate either at 3 or at 4. We have 2 options on that. And just also a reminder of the Life and Career Readiness. I think we're just calling it event on Wednesday at Caldera High School from 5 to 7. We adjourned this meeting. It was a long meeting. We adjourned at about 8:10. And our next meeting is scheduled for April 8th. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.